Okay, so what happened in May was we did take a 2 week vacation in our RV. I had a conference down in St. Petersburg, so we decided to drive our RV, and then our anniversary was May 25th, so we did the conference for 1 week, and then we went to Key West to celebrate our anniversary for the second week. With that, my job does reimburse me $2,500 for conference fees. So some of this you will see, but I'm waiting for the reimbursement to come back on that from them. So anyway, what I budgeted, so I just put the income. So this is based on the zero-based budget worksheet. The ideal is to put everything in there, and then at the end you should have zero in this red box. You can see mine is -8. But anyway, so with this, I put my income in, our income, and then our categories, the same thing I had on the budget book: gas, electric, internet, phone, dental, alarm system for our house, Amazon, that's my Amazon spending, camping, so that's some of the camping fees, and then mortgage, health insurance, car insurance, household things, gifts. My granddaughter graduated, my oldest grandchild, she graduated also, so I put gifts on there, gas, supplies, pet care, hair, nails, cat rescue. Some of these things that came up that I did not budget for, so you can see that the things that I budgeted for, and then the things that came up that were my actual. So like with my pay, I budgeted for a certain amount and end up getting a certain amount. So you can see the differences in things there as far as utilities and gas, the differences, again, groceries. So some of this again is dining out and groceries from when we were on vacation. What I should have did is just did a separate vacation fund to keep it separate from our monthly. Lesson learned. I'll probably do that in the future, but this is how it ended up being. So it is what it is. Car payments, credit card, that's just our RV payment. Otherwise, our other cars are paid off. And then again, with our, I think I have mentioned this before, this car insurance, $398. This is actually all in our insurance. So our car insurance, our home insurance, and that's actually for like 4 cars. So it looks like a large amount, but it covers again our house, and like 4 cars. So anyway, emergency fund, did not put anything into there. Snowball did not. Investment, fund funds did not put anything in there. Parking and fares. Let me just tell you, Florida will toll the heck out of you. I mean, there's a toll to go across every bridge. It's ridiculous. Did not know that. They do have like a pass, but I don't live there, so I mean, it might have been worth it. I don't even know how much the pass is, but if you live in that area, most people have I forgot what it's called, sun, I don't even know. Anyway, they have a pass thing where you can just pass through, but we just ended up paying for the fares. So that's what that is. Also, I did a rental car for 5 days when we were in St. Petersburg because we don't tow a vehicle with our RV. We take our e-bikes. So I did rent a car through Enterprise. I do have the Enterprise Plus because I have a rental car through my job, and I had enough points, so the rental car actually only cost me $11 for the 5 days. So that included that, but I did take a Uber to and from the rental car place and to the campground. So that also includes the Uber cost round trip for the 2 trips. So, which still is not too bad. So ended up when I budgeted, I ended up being $8 in the hole. And then with the expenses and everything used, I ended up being $29.91 over. Again, I get reimbursed for my my conference fees of $2,500. So I'll get that back this month. The other thing that came up was the car repairs. I did not budget for that, but what we ended up doing is taking our RV out to our mechanic to like get, check our oils and fluids, and we ended up having a hole in one of our things when we tried to winterize it last year, and apparently it busted one of the hoses, so he had to fix that. So that's part of where that cost came from. And then we replaced the windshield wipers, which I think were like 40 something dollars. So that was another thing that wasn't budgeted in, but we ended up paying for that. So that's where another one of the costs came from. And then into June, so this is my June so far, to bring an update. So I have my income and everything budgeted, and then some of the things that I've already received, I've already put into the actuals. So here we are with June 18th, and this is where we are. So that way I have an idea of where I need to be and what I need to adjust. So subscriptions, things like that, alarm, again, a lot of these things have already been paid, so that's why you see numbers in there. And then as we buy things, I've been putting them in there. Home repairs, I did not budget for that. Our deck ended up getting some damage, so we had two big holes where the wood just rotted through. So my husband had to go out and buy wood, and he's replacing that. But with the wood and nails and materials, that was like $108. So that's where that came in. And then dining out, of course, some of this also crossed over from vacation. We did not get back until June 3rd. So some of this gas and out to eat was part of the vacation funds also. Again, something I did not budget for or separate for a vacation fund, but that's where that is. And then cat rescue, I did not give anything there. So I was able to budget to make it a zero balance so far when I first put this in. Again, right now it's showing 2,400 in the hole, which is not correct. But the way that this is showing out, I guess because some of this stuff I have paid, but it will not, I have it set up to be paid. Let's put it that way. I have it set up to be paid, but it won't be paid until Thursday. And then my other paycheck will show up. So then I will add that into here. So then that will balance back out. So right now it looks like I'm 2,400 in the hole, which I'm actually not in the hole. But that's the way it looks right now. Like I said, I'm just trying to keep a big idea on it. And then what I did, I went ahead and started something for July, because July is going to be a little different as far as, actually, let me go back to June real quick, because what I started to do is pay on my student loan. My job had been paying for my student loan, and they've paid it the last 3 years. They're done paying for it. So I kicked in and started paying for it. So I did pay $125 on it for June. And then come July, I'm going to start paying $180 because, well, one of the other things. So there's if you go to a website called annualcreditreport.com, you can actually get a free credit report for all three, Experian, TransUnion, and, what's the other one? TransUnion, all three. I can't remember the other one, but you get all three credit reports for free. So I went on there and did that, and when I looked, they actually had my student loan down there that my monthly payment was $180. I don't owe anything right now because my job had been paying for it, but I thought, well, since they have that on there, I'm just going to go ahead and pay the $180. I mean, I'm obviously way ahead of the game because my job was paying like $1,200 on it every month, so I think the balance is like $15,000. And that was like a $50,000 loan. So we're just, like I said, I'm just decided to go ahead and just pay that amount that they had on my credit bureau report. So that's where that 180 comes in. And then we went on a cruise in April. I won a free cruise. So I did pay for like prepaid gratuities and insurance. So the cruise is in October, but I will owe the balance for paying for those things in July. So I did put that $616 on there. So that's what I owe for that cruise. So I'll pay that in July. And then everything else is sort of budgeted as normal. The only other difference that I did not put on here, property taxes. Our property taxes are due in February and July. So I already have a sinking fund or savings for that amount. And this is the only amount that I need to add to that in order to pay that in July. So that's what I have on there. Everything else I have on there. If any expenses come up that I feel like I'm going to need to pay, then I will put that on there. So that's where that is. And then I just took the extra to make the zero to the debt snowball. But of course, some of these things are going to change because my income actually should be higher, but I just put the normal of what it usually is. I'm expecting a payout, so I left that just the way it is, though, just to make things easier. Again, I will adjust the actuals at the end of July, but I wanted to get ahead on it to see what I'm looking at. So that is one of the things. Again, you can find these little calculators and stuff on the Vertex. It's called Vertex 42. So if you Google it, and then you can just come down and find the sheet that you want to use, and you can change it to what you need to. And then as far as our debt snowball, so this is what I have in there listed, have the rates and everything, have it listed of how we're going to pay it. And then I added the extra $100 here. So this is the first one I'm going to pay off. And then, so it was what, 150? 150 was the normal, so I added the extra 100 there. And then, of course, with the debt snowball, it pays the lowest balance first, and you take that amount that you're paying and apply it to the next one once it's paid off. So this is another Google Sheets that you can use, and it's nice because when you go down here to this payment schedule, it shows you. So Sears, if I pay that extra 150, if that's the only amount I'll pay, I'm actually going to end up paying more, but if that's the only amount that I end up paying, then it shows you how it'll end up paying all this. And then once that's paid off, it'll take that money and switch it over to the next lowest bill, which it says is Capital One, and then it'll pay that. And then once that's paid off, then it'll take that amount, switch it over to Chase, and so forth and so forth. So you can see how the debt snowball works. It takes the amount that you were paying on one, puts it on the next one. Once that's paid off, takes that total amount, puts it on the next one, and helps you pay down your debt. So eventually you get down to zero, as you can see here. So that's how the snowball debt works. So I hope that sort of helps. just gives an update of, a way to get a hold of your debt if you need to. And then also trying to give you a couple ideas and stuff of things that you can use in order to get your debt. Like I said, with this budget book, I think this is going to be the one that it's going to be my main one, plus my envelopes with this little binder, because it's like a little purse. So this way I can carry this with me, mark things off, keep ahead of things, and then also with this I can mark things off. So instead of having like 4 things that I was using, I'm down to like really 2 things. I'll still use the Google Sheets on there, but at least this way everything's right in front of me. And everything I had on the Google Sheets matches up with what I have here for July for my budget and stuff too. So I made sure that everything, all the amounts and everything were there. And then just like my goals and stuff here, I just put, that'll be the first bill I pay off. So I plan to pay that off in July. Like I said, I just set it up on the debt snowball as a payment, but once I get my payout from my CEU reimbursement, I'm going to pay that off. And then I plan to have a garage sale. I have a lot of things I just need to get rid of, so I'll take that money I make from the garage sale and pay off the next debt. So that's my plan for that. And then I'll see how things go at the end of July. I will do a recap once June is over and see how things worked out for June, and I'll just do a video and let you see how that showed off. So that way if I need to adjust things for July, I will. But I like to see this better, the budgeted and the actual. It makes it much easier. So I'll probably just do this from now on instead of using the Erin Condren. I really did like this, but it's just not conducive to what I need right now. And I need something a little bit more concrete to keep an eye out and see how things are going, so I can refocus. And I think the cash envelopes will be the best thing for me. So I will start utilizing these in July also. I did write some amounts on there in June, but I'm really going to utilize them starting in July. And then that way, again, for each category, I'm going to put the amount on there, and then I'll just use this and mark it off, and that way I can keep control. It's like, okay, we got to stop. So, but I hope that helped. Hopefully, you can utilize one of these things and get your budget under control the way that I'm trying to get ours back under control. You fall off the wagon sometimes, and then you have to bring yourself back and like, okay, what do I need to do to get myself back? And that's what I'm doing. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Please like, subscribe, so you can see our next video, see how things are going. Sorry for the nails. They're a little blue there. I need to get them redone. But I have this blue stuff that I put in our pond, and of course it splashed on my fingers. I've been scrubbing and scrubbing for a couple days, and it's like still there. I got most of it off, but it's like it stained them. So anyway, thank you for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and I will update you at the end of June and see how things going. See if I need to change anything for July. In the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, budget, have fun, enjoy life. Bye.